Hello, I'm about to have my very first try at launching a fixed wing. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's got dirt on the front. Okay, you got me. It's not my first time. I did try and record my first time actually to let everybody have a good laugh at the ensuing failure, or at least all the fixed wing guys could have a good laugh at it, I'm sure. But for some reason this stupid RunCam HD, I'm really getting sick of this, by the way. This is the original RunCam, not the RunCam 2, although that has its problems as well. But it didn't record any of it, so unfortunately I can't show you that. And since then I've flown one whole battery, so I'm not quite as much of a newbie at it as I was then. But still, that's only about 15 minutes of flying, so I'm not terribly confident at it still. But I thought I would do this because I have been becoming gradually more interested in fixed wing lately, for some reason. I don't know why. I guess it's because I've got all this nice space here to do it, and very nice weather today. Look at this. There's almost no wind at all. Anyway, so I'm just using some of the parts that I had from some of my quadcopter spares. This frame, or this airframe, was $43 on Banggood. It's just a bunch of foam, so it seems a little pricey actually, $43. I got the kit with nothing else included, so I have added a Sunny Sky 2204 2300 kV motor there. This is one of the ones from my spares as well. It actually has a circlip missing, but because this is a pusher I don't think it really matters. It does pop off in a crash once every now and then, but usually not too hard to find a red prop in the grass. So there's just a 3-cell 1400 milliamp hour LiPo there, one of these Hobby King Blue Series 12 amp ESCs, and I reflashed this to the old Simon K firmware. So when you let go of the throttle, it just sort of lets the prop spin. So it's not going to try and stop the prop, which I think is probably what you should be doing for a plane. So it seems to work fine anyway. Receiver, and what else is there? Nothing really. That's about all there is. It's quite simple, isn't it, compared to quadcopter setup? But where the complexity comes in, I've found, is getting everything set up on here properly with the aileron mixing, or the elevon mixing. I screwed that up the first time and it was pitching properly, but it wasn't rolling the right way. It took me ages to realize that on these menus here you actually have some of the menus. I might just show you this just in case somebody does try this. I'm not sure if everybody's setup's going to be like this, but you go to elevon. I found that I had to do this, channel 1 50, channel 2 minus 50, and I didn't realize that you could make them down to minus numbers. So my first bunch of crashes were due to just not being able to figure out how the hell to get these set up correctly, but they're set up correctly now. And then I also didn't realize that you could do negative expo, so I might just show you this. Just skip ahead in the video if you're bored by this bit, but it took me quite a while to figure this one out, so I'll make a point of mentioning it. It was in the dual rate expo menu. I've set it back to 0, but okay, so this is what I find comfortable. Rate to 80 and then expo to 0. But if you're used to using the CleanFlight configurator, the expo going positive means that around the center region there'll be less movement, and then the movement will come on much quicker as you get to the outside. And if you want to have the same thing on here, you have to make it a negative expo. So this EXP value can be made negative as well. I've actually brought it back to 0. But for my first few flights after figuring out the roll, I actually had it set to quite a high positive expo, which made it more touchy around the middle. So that was quite an adventure as well, but things are fairly comfortable now. Anyway, let's do a bit of flying. Oh, the prop I have on here is a King Kong 50-45 prop. It's very underpowered, but I kind of like that. Fortunately, this plane seems to be able to fly quite slowly without having to stall or whatever. So, another tip I might add is that you really want to make sure this top piece is stuck on properly. There's a little clip there, but you'll find that because of the way it crashes, this bit compresses, this gets pressed in and it just pops off every single time. So that's why I've been putting this packing tape over there and then over there like that, to just keep it on when it crashes, because I've lost a battery alarm already in that creek over there, which was a bit annoying, but so I'll just put my packing tape on here and then we'll be ready to fly. Okay, lots of tape on the front there now. I'm just going to fly with this 50-45 prop a little bit more, and then I'm going to switch over to these other ones and just give them a try. So I have a 50-43 blade and have one of these King Kong 60-40s. I'll just see how they go. For now I'm feeling quite comfortable with this one, it's fine. And I'm lucky to have this area of ground that slopes down, so I can let it go. It gives me a little bit more leeway when I fail the launch. Like that. So I'm really happy that there's no wind today, because I think if there was any wind at all I'd be a bit screwed. And after the 15 minutes or so of my first battery, I'm finally getting used to not having a yaw or a rudder. At first it felt very strange that you'd be turning, or you tried to turn rather, using the rudder and nothing happened. So that pass there was about as slow as it goes, I think. Which is slow enough. I think it's not really a trainer. I've seen some planes built as trainers that go much slower than that. So if you're a bit apprehensive about starting, or if you haven't done much line of sight flying of quadcopter or anything to get used to it, there are probably better planes out there for it. But I just like the look of this one, and I like the wings in general. And this one was pretty cheap, so that's how I ended up with this one. See if I can land it without breaking anything. Not bad. Alright, I'm going to try one of these other props now and see how they go. Okay, I have the 50-43 blade on here now. Not really expecting this to be much different, but never know. Noisier, that's for sure. It feels weaker. Oh, maybe not. No, it's about the same. See if I can do one of those silent passes. Come from that side so that we have the slope in front of us. It glides fairly easily, but that is as slow as it will go, I think, and you'll notice that I was descending the whole time there just to make sure it didn't try and stall or anything. Alright, well this prop flies fine, but it's it feels a bit weaker and it's noisier, so in general I like the 50-45 two-blade better. So let's try the 60-40 two-blade, see if that makes much difference. Couldn't put any larger prop on there, I don't think. Wouldn't fit a 7-inch prop. Oh yeah, it has a bit more get up and go. Not that I'm using it though. No, I can't fly fast just yet, unfortunately, but I think if you wanted more power, this is the one to use. It's still quite weak though, I think. But that's fine. I mean, I don't want something that's too fast or powerful at the moment anyway. It's full throttle. Oh, it goes way up. Anyway, I think that's about all I have to say for now. I'm just sort of mostly practicing figure eights, trying not to crash. I did manage to do a roll with this, but that was before I changed my rates. So originally I had my rates quite high, and now I've got them easier to manage, so I can't do a roll. Well, it doesn't work very well. Could try a loop. Let's start from over there. I don't know if this is going to work really, but let's give it a shot. Okay, abandoned. No loops today. It just sort of it rolled quite a lot to one side, so I think that's just the torque of the motor did that. But I'm not a good enough pilot yet to try cancelling that out. See if I can catch it. Oh, almost. Oh well, there you go. That's I think that's a pretty good start. So this is, I'm only halfway through my second battery, right? But I think if you've done a lot of line of sight flying of the quadcopters, I think you'll be fine with something like this. This is just my very much beginner opinion at the moment, and of course, yeah, a nice day like this will really help too. Anyway, I'm going to keep practicing this. I've got 6 more batteries to go, and I think I'm just going to fly them until I get hungry or until it gets dark, because this is kind of fun. Anyway, thanks for watching. Yay, got it. Only took me about 10 times. How about that? Oh, the run cam is still recording. Amazing. I might not throw it in the garbage after all.